As a lifelong athlete and firm believer in the power of sports to build communities, expose people to new cultures, and give people a fun, healthy way to spend their time, this is what I support. I wanted to make sure as many people as possible saw Sara's story because I think it is a perfect demonstration of the cost for not placing humanity at the center of these conversations. It's not surprising to me in the slightest that someone as resilient and determined as she is also a great pickleball player. So you watched the video, high level, like what do you feel about it?
For me, as someone who hasn't identified with the whole identity of transgender or even the whole pride parades thing, I was never really part of that group. But now that I'm in the limelight, in the crossfire, basically being attacked for being part of that group I never identified with, I'm growing like crazy at an alarming rate and embracing the fact that I am kind of representing a group of people who need someone to stand up and say, we're not scary. I'll come give you a hug and prove to you that I'm no threat to you. I just want to give everyone a big hug because I know how crazy the world is, not just for me, but for everybody.
A lot of the people in my Discord, a lot of the trans people I know are much younger, 16 to 23, 24. What is just kind of some general advice that you would have for them?
Everyone needs to work on this is self-love. Our self-love is highly challenged and tested when we come out and lose our friends, lose our families, are constantly looked at as some weirdo or freak. You start to believe them. I remember when I believed it. I don't anymore. It took a lot of work to love myself, who I am, hug myself it's okay, you're gonna get through this. I love you anyways, no matter what.
I just know so many trans people that do not want to look at photos of themselves pre-transition, for example, who delete everything on the internet that they have for that. You have put in so much work to become comfortable with not just the person you are today, but also the person that you were.
It's funny because I look at these pictures I don't relate, I don't identify with that person. I love that person because that person led me to existing. That person handled for me it was 26 years of, oh my God, so much self-doubt. I had to learn to love him too, and I've been asked recently, what would you do differently? If you could go back in time, what would you say to him? I wouldn't tell him anything. I would give him a big hug. I love myself as I am today, so I would change nothing. The happiness that I have, the peace, the freedom that I experienced because I went through all of the crap that I went through, worth it.
I was just extremely inspired watching your story, to be totally truthful. And again, the way that you handled it was, in many ways, it was superhuman. You did everything on your own. I really just came in and picked up the pieces and collected it together at the end. So I just want to say I am amazed by it. I am in awe of it. And I think that, I just think that you're inspiring to me. So thank you for everything you did. And I'm really glad that you gave me this opportunity and you trusted me to help you tell this story.
And I gotta say, don't discount yourself. You were a big help. AJ, you were amazing. For anyone watching, he did check in on me. He would send me messages hey, how you handling all this? You doing okay? And I'd be crazy day. But I'm here still. And it meant a lot to me. I even told you, you helped me feel that I can be myself. Talking to someone who, I just met through people who play pickleball who referred me to you and, you wanted to do a video and I was able to talk to you very openly without feeling like I would be judged or anything I would say would be weird or awkward or whatever. You just you gave me a big YouTube virtual hug and it felt really good. So thank you.
I'm really glad to hear that. Thanks, Sara. Thank you for saying that.
Oh, you are still here. All right, awesome. I just get excited because you're from. I love that Discord. You know what it's like to love motorcycles and well, not that I know a lot about motorcycles, but I love them. And then to go to another Discord, and I latched onto it because not only did he have the trans flag in the background, but he showed footage of a fluke husky dancing. Instead of ripping into him, which would have been okay, I would have accepted it as I get it, cringe or whatever. But he actually said something cool about furries. I don't even remember what it was. But I was oh, he didn't dump on furries? So it's so he supports trans, he supports gay, queer, I should just say queer, I'm sorry. He supports the queer community, and he supports furries. So it's like, or he at least doesn't hate furries. And I'm like, holy crap, this is where I want to go. And motorcycles, furries, and queers. Like, I don't mean to say queers like that. I can say that. Me and Chicago.